What is that smell? It's Friday, baby, and you are watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenora Shipura, and we are so excited because it was a 4-day work week.
It was a 4-day work week for some of us.
For me, I'm someone. I'm some of
But
us.
I'm glad that everybody got the much needed rest in it.
Yeah.
You know, Namibia wants to move to a 4-day work week. You know what? You know, they're in the experimental phases of
Well,
it.
experts were saying that the 4-day work week won't work in Namibia.
We need it though, guys. We need a 3-day work week. Not even 4 days. 3-day work week, guys.
2 even. Matter of fact,
maybe 1. We're pushing
maybe
it.
we're pushing it. Like, I feel like, honestly speaking, all I need is a 3-month vacation 4 times a year. That's all I need.
Exactly.
Like,
honestly, we all need that. Like,
life would be so nice. So actually, it's funny that you should say that, because just before this, I was showing you a video of like what praying to God is like. So that same TikToker made a video where he was saying, this is how it is praying to God. Like, God, I just want a break, but I don't want to lose my job. But I want to take like a paid vacation. And then God was like, COVID-19. And it's like,
what?
Okay,
I did not mean it like that.
I didn't mean it like that. So like, we need to talk about that actually.
Yeah,
just
like how we have to be very specific with our ones. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? You can't just say, you need to be very specific.
You need to be very specific.
It must be in a normal climate. It must be like
you
no
must be
pandemic,
specific.
nothing. I just want a 3-month holiday paid
holiday where I get to travel without having a pandemic. Like, it's
Exactly.
prayer is a weird thing.
Exactly.
There's a girl that said when you pray to be a WAG, a basketball wife, but you didn't specify for which league. So it's just like a bunch of old men just playing in like a school gym or whatever. I'm like,
And then they're like, yeah, that's my wife.
and you know what? It's kind of like, yes, but no. Like I know that's what I said, but like not this way, you know.
Not this one, please.
Not this one. So
Not
prayer
this one.
is actually very funny because God has a sense of humor.
It
I
has a
always say
sense
God
of
has
humor.
a sense of humor.
No, you told me actually an interesting story how when you meet people, you pray about them, like
Yes.
new people in your life, whether friends, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the way they will disappear is also
Like,
weird.
literally.
Because she says like, if this person is a counterfeit, I don't want them in my
Or
life.
if they're meant to waste my time, or if they're a distraction from what I'm
Exactly.
actually meant to do,
and
or
then
whatever.
they just disappear in
They
weird
just
ways.
disappear. Like in
In
weird
weird-
ways. Well, I'm not saying they die or like disappear off the face
Exactly.
of
Not-
the earth.
not
No,
like that.
no, I'm not.
They just
I'm
leave
not
her
a thug
alive.
like
they just
that.
exit her life.
They just exit my life, and I'm like, oh, okay, good riddance.
Good
Like, you know,
riddance.
sometimes you want to be like, but like, what happened? And then it's like, oh, but I prayed that prayer.
and then you're like,
okay.
but why can't I have you? Oh, I did pray that prayer.
I did pray that prayer. And
I
even when
see
you
it
want to go
now.
back, it's like you know, you hear God being like, but you asked me to take them away from you. Now you want to walk back in?
I want to go
Why?
bend a little bit, man.
Like,
I want to
know.
be fried a little bit.
I want to be fried a little bit. That is dangerous. You are toxic.
I want my heart to be minced just a bit.
Just a bit, you know, just for spice.
Yeah, character development.
Character
you know.
development.
Yeah.
Yo, but really, sometimes God will watch you fall in love with someone that He's using for character
is like,
development.
oh, my girl, she's going to be strong after this.
It's like, but wait, I'm not one of your strongest soldiers. I saw a quote that said, I know this too shall pass, but if it doesn't pass sooner, I might pass away instead.
Exactly, it's true. This too shall pass, but can it pass away?
Can it pass
Like
quickly,
the next 3 seconds,
like in the next
please?
3 seconds? But hey, I mean, being a Christian is so fun because, I mean, like once you're fully devoted or whatever, because you actually start to see the good in the bad. You don't just see things from a negative aspect. It's like, okay, cool, this happened, but it happened so that this could happen. You get what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where you just find the good in everything and you actually start to thank God in the mess.
Exactly, and we need the mess, to be fair. Like, I'm not saying that we need to go attract the mess, but
we do
if
need
you're
the
here
mess,
to
yeah.
expand as a person and grow and evolve, you need the mess.
You need the mess. But anyway, we will be right back after the short ad break as we bring you an interesting story about a man that wants to leave his wife, and we get into why right after the break.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. events@nhh.com.na.
So a husband has texted his wife that he wants to end their marriage, and it's for the most extraordinary reason. In the message exchange, he accuses her of incest over a disrespectful act shortly after she has given birth. The disrespectful act is breastfeeding their son. The couple, April and Jonathan, of course their names have been changed, texted back and forth, and the screenshots shared on X have gone viral. Jonathan writes, "You've been breastfeeding? You know how I feel about that." April is taken aback and asks when her husband is coming to get her, and he responds, "I don't know if I am." The new mom offers, "If you don't like seeing it, maybe I can just do it in a different room." "You go behind my back and do something I've stressed about not doing," he responds. "It's a proven scientific fact that breast milk is no better than modern formula. I'll never be able to look at you the same way again." Jonathan's texts become increasingly unhinged. "I think you're a bad wife. I think you don't respect me. I think you took a joy away from me. I think a lot of things. I enjoy your boobs. Now they've been in another man's mouth. I no longer enjoy your boobs. He's male and your son. That makes it incestuous in my eyes." The text exchange ends with the irate husband telling his wife that she can stay in the house until she's back on her feet, but then she has to find her own place. But he still wants a 50-50 custody.
He doesn't want his guys.
It's incestuous.
He doesn't want his son
Yes.
to breastfeed on
Yes.
his wife.
Yes, because he enjoys the boobs. And some of the comments were so unhinged because there was a man there that said, "Yeah, I wish women would just say one boob is for baby, one boob is for dad. That way one boob drops and the other stays perky for dad." I'm like,
What? What? Excuse me. What?
what do you mean, sir? Like,
We share a planet with these
yeah.
individuals.
And then when this wife divorced the husband, he couldn't understand why.
He was shocked.
He was shocked. He was like, "I don't understand what went wrong."
I mean, how could she leave me? All I asked for was just for the boobs to be reserved for me, the
It's
grown adult.
It's him saying that it's been scientifically proven
Proven.
that breast milk
Which is the
no better than
opposite of it,
formula.
actually. Do you know what I'm saying? What's
Yes.
been proven is the opposite of that.
Exactly. Everyone, when they're pregnant, are constantly being told, breastfeed, breastfeed, breastfeed.
Exactly.
He gives your baby the antibodies that they need, all of that. But this man really said, "You know how I feel about that. They've been in another man's mouth."
So he's already seeing his son
As a man.
competition?
Yeah.
It's not even as a man, but as competition.
As competition, yeah.
That
It's
is
like,
sick.
"You're taking my wife away from me."
Okay, but I do hear that apparently sometimes when women, but it's not even in that context, actually. It's fine. No, that's a different, that's a bit more healthier. But this is sick. This is sick.
This is twisted. I just don't understand how you could come out and say, "Yeah,
I can't, guys, be careful who you have babies with. Like,
Honestly speaking.
just don't go around having babies with just anybody, guys.
honestly speaking, really
'Cause
judge this person's character."
Yes.
Because remember,
They're going to be in
not
your
just,
life forever.
Not just that, but your child can have the same character traits as well.
Ooh, you can
So
get
you
those-
gotta be
those
careful.
weird- yeah,
You
traits
gotta
from-
be very careful because not just their traits, but their family's traits.
Exactly.
Like, yeah,
yes.
you
So,
gotta be.
guys, don't just be popping babies with just anyone.
Aina yesterday on the show actually said, "Don't have." She stands by the fact that she says you can't have or you shouldn't have a baby with a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
I also, to a degree, agree with that because, to a large extent, we're starting to. We have a lot of broken home systems
Yes.
already. So I'm not saying that divorce doesn't happen, but rather have that structure in place.
Exactly.
Then
Yeah.
have babies. If there should be a divorce, that's another conversation.
That's another conversation,
Yes.
yeah.
But rather than coming, it's a boyfriend, but then, so now you are someone's baby mama, baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like, one of my friends tells me, like, do not become anyone's baby mama, okay? Like, he
Because
says that,
next thing you're the crazy baby
you're
mama,
the
and it's
crazy
like, I'm
baby
not
mama.
crazy.
He's like, no, he must marry you before he can have any kids
Yeah,
with you.
I agree.
And I also agree with that. So, like I said, that structure, it's good for
It's
children.
needed.
Yes, fine, if it breaks down, whatever, the divorce, it's a different conversation. But there was that structure. They know they came from a marriage,
Yeah.
you know.
You know their family, they know your family. All of that.
Exactly. Now it's just someone from the streets. You don't even know nothing about
0
this person.
out of 10. Do not recommend.
Out of 10. Now getting to our next story. In, I guess, what is it? Karma Best Served? Okay, maybe she's not guilty, guys. Maybe she's not guilty. But songbird Kelly Khumalo is reportedly struggling to secure gigs in South Africa as promoters shun her due to her alleged link to the men who were being accused of killing her slain boyfriend, Zenzo Meyiwa. Last month, it was revealed that the 2 of the 5 men accused of killing the former South African football star confessed that they had been paid 100,000 rand for his murder by Kelly Khumalo. Meyiwa was fatally shot in the chest when 2 intruders allegedly entered the Khumalo family home in Vaalsroos in October 2014. Meyiwa was reportedly relaxing with Khumalo and other friends. According to Zimoja, promoters have been reluctant to hire Khumalo since the revelation, as they fear her presence might tarnish their events. After the startling revelations were made, the strong promoters don't want to touch her because obviously they know what's going on with the court case. Some of her bookings have been cancelled because of this drama, revealed a source. I was booked at the same event with her, but I was shocked to find that she couldn't be performing anymore because she was cancelled at the 11th hour. An artist who wished to remain anonymous told Zimoja. Now, while Khumalo was presenting a brave face to the outside world, another said that privately the singer was struggling. She is obviously stressed but doesn't want to show it because she knows people want to see her down because they've been throwing accusations against her for many years. She's always painted herself as a victim in throughout this debacle, but things have changed.
Yo-ho-ha.
Karma, my dear. She might take her time. Okay, maybe she's not guilty, guys. Okay.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty. But I'm just saying, guys, I'm just putting it out there, guys. Karma will come and collect.
Sure.
That's all I can say. Hopefully she's not, I mean, if she's innocent, then I feel really bad and all that. But I'm just saying, guys, like somebody was saying to me, like, he feels like the universe rewards, you know, horrible deeds because he's seen bad people get away with things for so long. And I'm like, it just waits for them.
Yeah, I think, I also
them.
think the same. I think karma eventually comes to collect. It may take years.
It may take years, but
it will eventually. Aina and I actually had an argument about this because she was saying she doesn't believe in karma.
So it's the same, yeah.
And I was like, no, I believe karma is real. But anyway, the thing is, when you are, especially in the public eye, not even just in the public eye, a lot of the times whenever something bad is said about you or there are rumors or speculations, that can tarnish your reputation. Even if it's untrue, even if it's true, whatever it may be, it will still ruin your reputation. But hey, I mean, we are going to see how the whole story is going to unfold. We've been following this case since it happened. And now, you know, even the documentary. Even the documentary,
but because remember, like, at first it was not really implicated, but there were speculations.
Yeah.
Like, for years. Until these 2 suspects came forth and said, no, we were actually paid by her to do this, and so forth.
Yeah.
But like I said, innocent until proven guilty. And
we'll see how everything unfolds. Hey, we are under no obligation to speak. We don't know if they are innocent. We don't know if they're guilty, whatever it may be. But anyway, that does bring us to the end of our top stories. Now, after the break, we talk a mobile planetarium. We are shooting for the stars, baby. Stick around for that interview.
Say goodbye summer and hello savings with WB. Buy 2 liters Sunpick cooking oil for $64.99. 5 kg Sugar King white sugar for $87.99. 2 kg Nam milk or Myre for only $43.99 each. Huggies Dry Comfort jumbo packs for $199.99 each. And a pack of 8 one-ply Twin Saver toilet rolls for $42.99. Stay updated with the latest deals and more at www.voermanbrock.com.
Hi, I'm Zandre Dievenage. I'm the liaison officer for the Africa Millimeter Telescope. Now, this is a telescope that's going to be built here in Namibia. It'll be the first of its sort on the African continent. It's the first telescope of this sort. So there are a lot of other telescopes, but there's no millimeter wavelength radio telescope in the African continent. So this one will be very special. It'll be a massive multi-million-dollar facility used for a specific purpose, used to image black holes, to take part in the larger Event Horizon Telescope, the EHT as they call it. This is a global network of telescopes that has been used to capture the first image of a black hole ever in history. And that was in 2019 when we imaged M87's black hole. And then in 2022, we released the image of Sagittarius A star, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way. Now, to get better images of that, to improve that image resolution, we need the African perspective. We need a telescope here in Namibia. So this is why we are building the ANT, and that's what we will be using it for. Now, why do we have a planetarium in the country, you might ask? Now, this is a beautiful story of capacity building, where the people that are driving the ANT, the Radboud University in the Netherlands, said, well, it's going to take time to get all the funding in place for the ANT. And they started this vision already in 2016 when they said, well, it's going to take time to get all that money. It's going to take a lot of planning and preparation. What can we do in the meantime? Well, we can build capacity. They took hands with UNAM. They built capacity into UNAM. Right now, UNAM has a world-class astrophysics department, believe it or not. And the fruit of their labor is actually here. We have UNAM's, up to today, we have UNAM's very first Namibian PhD student studying astrophysics. His name is Lot Franz. And we have the second one starting this year. His name is Hiko. And they're actually part of our planetarium team. And so we're building capacity into these students. And then in return, they are taking this planetarium to schools, doing educational outreach in the STEM field, science, technology, engineering, and maths. And their goal is to inspire the next generation, to inspire them to be curious, to ask questions, to be problem solvers. Yes, we are showing them the wonders of the universe and showing them this awesome project that's in Namibia and showing them that Namibians are involved in it because it's Namibian students. But we are not just telling them, hey, you must become an astronomer. We're telling them of the amazing value that science has and the collaboration that there is in the world of science and the opportunities that there are. So the message that we share is work hard at science, work hard at maths, be curious, ask questions, learn more, and ultimately become a problem solver. Whether that is within your field of law or accounting or whatever, we just want to inspire the next generation to work hard, to reach for the stars, and anything in between is a bonus for us. So that's what we do with the planetarium. But now obviously the telescope is funded, and for that we have funding internationally. But the outreach component, the planetarium itself, that's not funded. That's an outreach project that we have support from. Well, it's funded now of recently by Nedbank that is supporting us for 3 years. They've given us a portion of the funding that we need to operate it in a sustainable manner, but we still need a bit more support. And this is where people like Gondwana came in and said, well, we can't give you funding, but right now, well, we can give you logistical support in the sense that as you travel the country to reach remote schools, you can live at our lodges, stay at our lodges for free, and then reach those areas. So Gondwana came on board, and then recently Fly Namibia came on board. They said, well, we cannot give you funding as well right now, but we can give you support in the form of flight tickets for free to remote locations that would be very expensive to reach. So we're talking about Katima, Oranje and other areas in the north that we can now go to because of the support of Nedbank, because of the support of Gondwana, because of the support of Fly Namibia. And obviously we are here today. We were last week at the Tourism Expo. Today we are at the Namibia Media Holdings NMH. Am I getting that right? NMH. And we're doing a bit of a show for the staff here. And so we're very excited for these types of opportunities. So maybe just on a bit of the history of the planetarium. The first planetarium presenters, Hiko and Lot, were trained in May 2022. And then they started taking the planetarium along to schools. And they actually then in turn trained other Namibians. And in a period of a year and a half, they managed to take the planetarium to around 10,000 Namibians. And they managed to build the team into a capacity of 8 students at UNAM and some of them at NUST. And they were just working tirelessly to get to as many Namibians as possible. And it's on the back of that success that Nedbank actually came and said, well, we want to support you. And so now with the Nedbank support, we could have taken the team from 8 till 19. So we have new presenters being trained. Some of them are actually here today. Some of them have already finished training, and some of them are in the process of training. And so for what we have achieved this year already, we've now reached our milestone of 15,000 people in the planetarium. We actually reached that at the Tourism Expo, which was just spectacular for us. But one of the main reasons we could achieve that is because of the support that Nedbank's doing for us. And because of this fact that we can now increase the size of the team, the planetarium can go to more locations because of the capacity building story that Nedbank is investing. And so for that, we are just so thankful. And it's because of stats like that and support from the role players that we have here locally that's believing in this, that we could achieve these numbers that we have. And the awesome thing for us is it's not just Namibians taking notice of this, it's also internationally. We have people in South Africa inviting us to go to there. We have the General Assembly happening later in the year in August, which is the world's largest astronomy conference. The IAU's General Assembly, that's happening in August. They want us to go down. But also, we won in the beginning of the year a medal from the Royal Astronomical Society, which is the oldest astronomical society in the world. It's the RAS in England. And they give every year out prizes for various different fields. And they have a prize dedicated for outreach, science outreach, astronomy outreach. And they actually awarded the UNAM Planetarium team the Annie Maunder Medal for outreach in astronomy for 2024. And so some of the team will actually be traveling to UK in July to receive this medal. And for us, that's just such an honor, not just that we are being noticed, but that Namibia is being noticed for the amazing value that astronomy has here in Namibia and the amazing opportunity that we have with the pristine night skies here in Namibia. So we've visited a number of schools in the country, I think more than 70 already. And majority of them obviously are in Windhoek because of logistical and cost issues. But because of the support that we're getting, we can now go further. We've been to Lüderitz, we've been to the north, we've been to the south in other areas. And obviously our goal is to reach every school. Now that's a big dream, but we need support for that. Because ultimately when we go to schools, we don't ask them anything as a fee. It's for free of charge for schools, and that is largely because of the support that we're getting from people like Nedbank. And when we go to schools for free, usually how they get in contact with us, they get my details or they reach out to us via email. And then you can just Google UNAM or AMT Mobile Planetarium, and then you get the contact details. You can reach out, let the school reach out, and then we'll just schedule it into our calendar, because obviously we have a bit of a backlog of a lot of people inviting us. We go to schools, primary, secondary. It's very important to understand that the planetarium itself is not a video, it's not a movie, it's an interactive show. It's by trained, educated presenters that know how to navigate it and know how to tailor a show for appropriate age. So we've done shows literally from kindergarten up to university. We've done it at NUST and at UNAM, and we're open to go to universities now. We're also open to do a bit of creative things, obviously as a need fits. If we do a corporate show, then obviously we do charge their commercial value, and ultimately we use that money just to travel to more remote areas. We don't take anything for ourselves. We only fund the costs for that so that it can travel further. And hopefully the planetarium is something that can stay still for years in Namibia and just be more and more successful. We are available on social media. We have an Instagram page called Black Hole Hunters. And then I think that's the only place we are actually available. We have a website as well called Black Hole Hunters.
Planetarium is also part of an outreach program, meaning that we go out to schools, we give shows to learners to inspire them to pursue more science courses such as physics, chemistry, astrophysics, engineering. Yeah, because those are mostly courses that people avoid to do. Yeah. And yeah, so why are we going out to schools and telling people to study science? It's because in 3 to 5 years they are planning to build a radio telescope called the Africa Millimeter Telescope, which will be built in Namibia on the Gamsberg Mountain. So it's just 120 kilometers out of Windhoek. So they are planning to build that telescope here in Namibia, and we want people to know about it. I'm not sure if you guys know if we have another telescope in Namibia. You just look for it. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is called the Hess telescope, and not a lot of people know about it. Even I just found out that we have such a telescope in Namibia last year maybe. So we don't want the same to happen with this radio telescope. We want people to know, to be aware, and much more. So why are we building a telescope in Namibia? So we actually have, I'm not sure if you guys know what a black hole is. Yeah. So a black hole, I have few pictures here. So these are pictures of 2 black holes. This one is the Sagittarius A star. This one is at the center of our Milky Way, and this one is called M87. It's in another galaxy. So as you can see, these pictures are not quite clear. Yeah. So with this telescope added to a number of telescopes all around the world called the Event Horizon Telescope. So Event Horizon Telescopes is just telescopes all around the world in different places. And they are more like signaling, through signals they connect, and they just act as one whole telescope, one F-size telescope. So with the AMT added to this Event Horizon telescopes, we'll be able to produce more clearer pictures of black holes. So we'll be able to produce more pictures of black holes, and it's not just black holes, it's more like to look at what's out there. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's mostly it about the AMT planetarium.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. You can catch Glenn tomorrow as she gets up to, what do you get up to? What are you going to get up to tomorrow?
There's a championship happening, the Bowling Championships.
Uh-huh.
So that's like quite fun. So we'll be right there, catching the action tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. On that note, from Diana Master and Glenora Shapura, enjoy your weekend.